This month can't be over soon enough.
Oh my God.
You realize that I am going to yell that every single time.
Yes.
Okay.
Until something happens to your vocal
Until
cords.
my vocal cords give out.
Saints be praised.
Speaking of saints, it's St. Patty's Day.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
It's like a game of volleyball. You bump it. I set it, and he spikes it. But since it's Dickey, it goes right into the net.
Come on, that was too good. But I am excited because for this,
I blame you for that.
It's my fault.
He's gonna have to make another contract now. Now it's gonna be you that's gonna be making the contract.
Okay. For this episode, I am hyped. We are doing Always Sunny in Philadelphia, one of my favorite shows of all time, hands down. We're doing. Sorry.
Please leave that in.
I'm leaving that in.
We are doing. Oh my God! I need to take a sip of water. We're doing Charlie Catches a Unicorn.
Leprechaun.
We're going to Candy Mountain, Charlie.
I took my kidney.
It's a magical little balloon.
What is that?
It's a magical little balloon, Charlie.
Swordfishes love you. Jellyfishes love you. Starfish love you. Charlie catches a unicorn. Does he just get a lasso, throw it around the horn, just Isn't a unicorn? That's the national. It's like the national animal of like Scotland, isn't it?
I don't think so.
I think it is.
Is it really?
A unicorn?
Yeah, look it up.
A
What's like the
unicorn's not even real.
I know.
Does that mean Scotland's no? Oh.
Scotland is real.
Scotland's national.
Oh my God. Well,
continue.
Anyway, I am very excited. I've watched this show since it came out, and I'm caught up, and I thoroughly enjoy. I love the show. Jared,
Funny story. That is the first thing when I search national
no
animal of.
way.
And it is unicorn.
How did you know that?
I'd stopped asking that question.
He has a brain for the most useless facts.
What have I told people? I can't remember how to jump a car, but I know all the countries of Africa.
Real important stuff, right?
There's a very small chance I'm ever leaving the continent. But I know where all countries are. But I can't even jump a car.
Oh my God. Okay.
Why even stop at the continent? There's a very small chance you're ever leaving the state.
I've left the country before.
I'm
Multiple times.
I'm teasing you.
Keep going, Dickey.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, I love the show. I've watched it a lot. Jared, how are you excited for this? Have you seen it?
I am. I was watching this with my old college dorm mate. We were watching it together, and we got into season 7 when the semester ended and we moved back home. And I have not watched a single second of the show since, and that was 2017. It's been almost 5 years since I've watched the show in any capacity. And this is season 11, so it's well after where I left off.
Oh, yeah. You'll be in for a good treat. Jake, have you watched any of this show?
The last episode I watched was when they had the oh God, what's their name? The kid I was just talking about.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
That's
it was
like season
4 or 5-ish.
4 or 5, I think.
So you didn't reach the Dayman Cometh episode?
Oh, that's a classic.
That was great.
We should do an Always Sunny show. I feel like that would be a good one. But yeah, cool. Okay, I am excited to jump into this. Guys, have anything else you want to throw in before we start? No? Alrighty. So without any further ado,
Take a bite.
And we are back after a quick 2-second edit, and we just watched Charlie Catches a Leprechaun.
Oh, you said the right one this time.
He did not catch a unicorn. In fact, he caught a leprechaun. And an actual leprechaun, because at the end of the episode, he flies up a rainbow. Although that may
Stop drinking paint, Dickie.
I don't know, man. Green paint just sounds like it tastes good. Charlie seems to enjoy it, so why not I? I don't know. I love this. The gang is the worst human beings imaginable. They literally just tried to sell people beer and instead kidnap them and then rob them.
At gunpoint.
At gunpoint, which, I mean, if you get people into a car and they won't drink your beer, what else do you have to do? I mean, that's just, it seems pretty reasonable for them. So...
It makes me want to go back and watch more.
Right?
Because it's the opposite. It's the opposite for you. Because what did you just say to us?
I can't do this show because I cannot take how terrible of people they are. I will correct that to say I can't take how terrible of people they are for very long. I could watch like 1 or 2 episodes like every month maybe and be fine. But like when I watch TV shows, I tend to binge them a little bit more. And I just remember that this one, I won't say it made me depressed, but it made me angry.
Oh yeah, they're horrible people. You're not supposed to be happy with them. But it's funny when you can laugh at them being stupid. Trying to catch leprechauns and the whole Irish honor. Yeah, I was in the whole Irish honor system. Oh yeah, just put money in the bucket and fill up your beer with whatever you want. That's a great idea. No problems could ever come out of that.
The idea of the truck is not a terrible idea. The foundation of the idea is not a terrible idea, but I don't know how legal that is. You might have to have some kind of license for that.
It's
like not just because you have a liquor license for your establishment, but then like driving around a truck giving people beer.
Pretty sure that's
because I thought it was gonna be like a
illegal.
food truck type thing where they come up to the truck, but no, they're just sitting in the back of this truck while they drive with all that foam because of how they're shaking around. And again, the basis of the idea is good, but then
it really is
horrible execution.
When you have Dennis trying to spearhead the whole operation, that's usually when it falls into pieces. I don't know if you guys have seen the episode or not. That Dennis says he has a Dennis system.
I think I have.
For picking up girls.
He's a psychopath.
He's like an actual. He's like an actual psychopath. It is hilarious to watch. I'm just glad they were able to stretch this show into 15 seasons, and they're still going.
Well, when it's a half-hour show and it's 10-episode seasons, it can last a long time.
Yeah. And it doesn't really have any like overarching stories. And from what I understand, they just make a season whenever they want. It's not even like a yearly.
They try to stick to a year, but I think 2020 like messed up them filming. Obviously,
everyone. That's fair.
Yeah. But other than that, they actually do kind of stick it to 1 year.
I remember way back when I was watching it in college, we'd go like 2 or 3 years between seasons, but the seasons were bigger too. So
I feel like they were actually.
They were like 16 or 18 episodes.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit longer in the beginning than they are now. Well, now they have so much gold. They have so much just stuff that they can peel from what's happening.
And the other thing too is that like Charlie Day is an actual movie star now, and does movies. I've not seen any of the rest of them.
I know Glenn Howerton was in a I think it's called AP
Bio.
Yeah, AP Bio.
Well, then Caitlin Olsen's had a couple shows. What was The Mick? Was that one of them?
Yeah,
and I think that's done. And then she was in a different one. Like she's tried to be in a couple things.
Yeah, I feel like
I haven't really seen. It's Rob. Is it McElhenney?
Yeah, I haven't seen.
I don't think I've seen. Yeah, but then there's Danny DeVito, who's Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito is an absolute icon.
Yeah, I think we've talked about before the show that it's the first season without Frank, right?
Yes,
and it's still good. He's the missing ingredient.
Oh, absolutely.
He adds so much once because I think it's like the second episode of season 2, isn't it? Where they back into him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a long time. I did really like this, but it's when the person you're watching with isn't living with you anymore, you're not really compelled to watch it. Because we both moved back home from school. It's like, I just don't feel like watching it. And then now it's years. It's like, yeah, it's kind of the only reason I was watching it is because there's someone to watch with. But I think I might try one of these days when I get The Spite done and all the other shows.
Smallville and The Boys and...
The Boys won't be hard. Those short seasons.
Oh, so yeah, The Boys, there's only 2 seasons.
Well, didn't they just drop a trailer for the 3rd season?
They're dropping the first 3 episodes, I think June 3rd of season 3.
So I picked a good time to start watching.
You did. You picked a great time.
Because they have the animated thing too, right?
Yeah,
Is that canon? Like, do I have to watch that?
I don't think so. I
the thing that I read said that it ties directly into season 3.
Really? Oh, maybe I should have start watching that then. I haven't watched that either.
I don't know anything about the show other than Eric Kripke being the god man that he is.
He's the showrunner for that. It's so good. But I think there's going to be another new season of Always Sunny this year as well. Because I think, if I remember correctly, it was with season 15 they passed up an old show for like the actual most episodes or most seasons of a live action comedy.
Well, it'd have to be seasons, because if you have 10 episode seasons, you're not.
Yeah, no, it's probably seasons. I can't remember which show it held the record beforehand.
You said live action comedy, right?
Yeah. But
yeah,
would it be MASH? Do they consider that a comedy?
Yeah, that was 11. That was 11 seasons.
That was 11 seasons.
Mm-hmm. And now they're going on 16, 17? I can't remember what the next season is. I think they just finished season 16. So yeah, it's impressive. Honestly.
They're in a third separate decade of being on the air. Like, think about that. They started in the middle of 2 decades ago, and then they lasted a whole decade since. Like, the 2010s, there wasn't a single year without them existing. Like, that's just what's weird about when shows hit a decade. It's like, this has been on for 10 years.
Yeah.
That's what I felt when Smallville ended in 2010, 11?
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Just surprised how long it can last.
And that, well, you have no idea. I mean, I love the show, but you have no idea.
It's kind of the same for Supernatural. I feel like if they had like
how
many seasons in
15.
Supernatural hit? They did hit 15.
I am stalled out at like midway through 12 now, I think. I just can't. It
gets rough. Which is where I think this is impressive. At least for me, I feel like this show, at least the newest episodes, have not dipped that much in quality.
I think it's because there's not really a bunch of... Okay, so obviously one thing with shows nowadays is everything has an overarching plot, and everything has to advance that narrative forward. And once you get outside the first season, you have to come up with a new narrative. And these are all just...
Like they're
very basically a character study.
There really isn't. Yeah, there really isn't any overarching plot for each season.
All you have to do is sit down and think of something funny, and they can act it out.
These guys are good. They're really good about finding just like the randomest crap to make fun of and they don't roll with.
At least from what I remember from when I was consistently watching it, they didn't like try to root their comedy too deep in like what's going on politically or anything that would age it like that.
I will say the newer episodes do a touch. They seem a little bit more political, but it's still just the gang being the gang. Usually just in the setting of now the modern day, and just them just trying to pick apart how everyone's stupid and they're making fun of everything. And oh my God, I just eat this up. That's one of my favorites. Well, I don't know. Do you guys have anything else you want to add about the show?
No, did we? I don't think we picked our favorite Valentine's one back in that last episode. So maybe we should should pick our favorite St. Patty's. Okay. I think we completely missed that.
Yeah, let's do that. What? So okay.
So it was. What was the first one? Sabrina. Yep. It was Sabrina, which was Salem the Boy. It was Home Improvement, which was Desperately Seeking Willow. Yep. And then it was The Simpsons, Homer versus the 18th Amendment. Yep. And then it was Crocker of Gold from Fairly Odd Parents. And then, of course, now Charlie catches a leprechaun.
We got 5 of them. Yeah. All right.
Just pick a favorite. You don't have to rank all. Just pick a favorite.
For me, I think my favorite is this one. I'm totally biased because this is my favorite show out of all of them. But this felt like the most St. Patty's Day times just insanity. And it kind of...
The good kind of insanity, not the Crocker of Gold insanity.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah. I think... I know now you said we're not going to rank them, but I would probably put Crocker of Gold at the bottom. As entertaining as that wasn't exactly...
I don't know. I might put that Home Improvement episode, because remember what we said? It wasn't like a super serious thing, and it wasn't super funny. It was just kind of a forgettable... Like, I know we're not ranking it. That'd be my least favorite,
That's
probably
fair.
of the 5.
That's fair.
But my favorite was this. I think this is the most consistently funny one.
Nice. Jake, what's yours?
I can't decide between this and the Simpsons episode. Because the Simpsons episode was pretty funny.
That's true.
I know it.
I think, gun to my head, I probably laughed more out loud at this.
I do love that Simpsons episode.
I was going to say, I think if we did rank, I probably would put the Simpsons second.
Yeah.
Like, I would go like this.
Don't rank. I literally just said we don't need to rank all 5. So you're like, well, I'm at this and at this. Well.
Depending on when the people watch this, we just got done ranking 41.
That's true.
I am all ranked out for a while.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Well, cool. I'm glad we actually almost all chose this one. That's kind of nice. All right.
Good
well,
way to tie up the month there, laddie.
Way to tie up the month. Thank you for the St. Patty's Day.
Repeat what I just said.
Yeah,
I think he did. Yeah, he's continuing the trend. He just repeated exactly what I said. Continue.
I like what you say.
I know.
He's like a human TikTok.
So I like
following the trend.
I just repeat it. But anyway, yes. Thank you. And you want to give us a
social hits? Yeah. You can follow us on the Twitter and the Instagram and the TikTok, where apparently we're really funny, and the Facebook. And
never gonna let that die.
And we can listen to us on Spotify and Stitcher and the Evil Old Lord Apple Podcast. Leave us a rating, please. And then the Google Podcast. And then make sure you like and subscribe to us on YouTube and leave a comment if you want to talk about how dumb we are.
Thank you for following this month's installments of St. Patty's Day Bite Size. We're going to maybe switch things up. We'll figure out what our themes are, if we're going to have any themes, and just going to have some fun stuff moving forward. But from all of us at Off Slate Media, thank you for listening to us. And on every Thursday, don't forget,
take a bite.
One spell of power, double me luck. They're always after me, Lucky Charms. The chase never stops. You can double your luck with Lucky Charms. Part of a nutritious breakfast. They're magically delicious.